further back, so I saw him like in my peripheral, and I think it was like a 58-yarder on the right hash, and it was you really hope like those people see you make those things, and if not, then just keep doing it. So it was kind of cool, but like it wasn't like anything crazy.
Like a little too close for comfort. Just let me do my thing. Or?
No, not at all. I mean, he might have just seen me just so locked in and focused. Like that's just when I step on the field, I treat it like it's just me in the post.
He also said he likes seeing that out of you. So is that sort of your mentality?
Yeah. That's definitely how I think. I just whenever I go out on the field, I just think about me in the post and just making each kick one at a time.
Parker, how much of a whirlwind has the last week been? I mean, everything happened so fast.
Yeah. So probably like Tuesday, Wednesday, it's kind of like a pinch me kind of thing. And then, I've been in NFL locker rooms before, so just trying to stay level-headed. And, every day's an interview when you're in the NFL. So I'll be the best version of myself I can be as long as I can be here.
How rewarding was it getting a game ball?
Super rewarding. It's I'm just, like I said, I'm just blessed to be here, and I've loved training with these guys for this year, really, since I got in here in OTAs. So,
where is the game ball?
It's getting painted right now, so it'll be cool to get that back and put that in a trophy case someday.
Okay, so that's an outside job. Nobody internally can paint it.
They send out the balls to be painted. Okay. Yeah. So.
Perfect.
Hey, Parker, how do you maintain like a kicking regimen when you're a free agent? And, like,
at home? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. So just stay true to the process.
Sure.
Working 2 to 3 days a week, depending on like how your body feels.
Sure.
I'm a big believer in just getting any kind of recovery that you can. Sure. That way, every time you go out on the field, you are performing at like your best ability.
Did you ever have to fight the temptation of like overkick, like? I want to keep, doing this and make sure I'm ready when I get the call, like kind of thing.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to kick too much, just because you never know when that phone could ring. Because you got to be ready for the next day, because they call you one day and the next day you're working out for the team.
Sure.
So.
What do you sort of do to maybe block up the thought of when Will does get healthy in a couple weeks that there is a decision that's going to have to be made between one and?
Yeah, I mean, as I said earlier, there's 31 other teams, so. Whether it's me the rest of the season or me playing somewhere else or you never know what could happen. So that's why you just got to come in the building every day, like treating it like it could be your last. So you just got to leave it all out there.
How far do you take your range on a typical practice week? Will you
like distance-wise?
Yeah, distance-wise.
It just kind of depends. Like inside, we try to get around 60. Outside, if you're going into the wind, it just depends on how strong it is. Like my furthest ever is 73. So it's just all about conditions and the right situation.
I mean, I always knew him growing up. Grew up in the same area, but just to see to see him still doing his thing, still being the number one receiver. They're going to force feed him the ball because he's that kind of player who can take a game and run away with it. So we're going to have to keep eyes on him. But we know our job.
When you play a team like this that's been struggling to find success, they play hard, but they haven't won a lot of games. Is the first half become really important? Do you want to send that message early and get to their confidence if you can?
Yeah, we want to start fast, and every week, especially weeks where you get a team where we get into that point in the season where you can help them think things a certain way. Their season, like you said, isn't going the way they're supposed to, and we know if we start fast, we can get on them early and start to mess with their mindset.
Just in terms of getting Blake back in the lineup, like how much did that impact what you guys were able to do the other day?
Yeah, I mean a lot. I mean we got him for a reason. I think when we have everybody at our disposal, we're a hard defense to play against just because we can do so many different things, and a lot of that starts with him being in there. It helps a lot.
Just in terms of him as a blitzer, it feels like he's a bigger linebacker than a lot of the linebackers in the league. Like, what is it about?
No, I think he just play big.
Yeah,
I don't think
like,
he.
I don't know about
he's about my size.
Nope.
He just plays big.
He's
a strong. He's a strong football player. It shows up in the way he plays. He's very aggressive, very physical. And when he gets moving downhill, and he's already a fast guy, but you take that plus his strength, he's gonna be hard to move off the spot. So yeah, between him and then how slithery Ivan is, even though he's so powerful too, we got a lot of different guys off the ball that can blitz.
Yeah, it seems like Blake can take on guards,
Yeah,
tackles.
yeah, and cover. He can cover receivers and tight ends too. So yeah, he's definitely a one-of-a-kind linebacker.
Josh, when you hear the phrase trap games and being a part of the National Football League, do you believe in that?
No.
Why not?
I don't. Well, how's that? What's the trap?
Well, I'm just asking.
I don't.
That's what they say around the league.
Yeah, this the. I would say for more trap game is more a personal reason than anything. It's for you not doing the things necessary to perform at a high level. But this is the National Football League. We the best of the best. So every time you line up against somebody, you respect his game because he did the same things you did to get here. I just think it's all about you mentally. If you could be a trap to yourself, I don't think it necessarily has to do with anything else.
Hey guys, Blake Cashman at the podium.
Don't you love it?
Hey Dan, hurry up.
Just what was this week like for you?
Meant everything to get back out there. Missed the last few games. Obviously not being a part of it, but the best part is when this defense is making plays, you get to share that joy with my brothers in this locker room. So to be able to have the defensive performance that we did, and to make plays, big plays in the fourth quarter to close out the game, and to celebrate my teammates meant everything.
KO was talking about just you being the green dot and the communication between you and Flo. How good was it to get back out there and get to have a role again?
Really good. I felt like I didn't miss a beat. I always give credit to the guys on the defense. I feel like every single person is just so in tune with what we're doing, what we're trying to accomplish, which makes my job easy. But I take a lot of pride in making sure everybody understands what they got to do, communicating the call, and get people lined up so every single one of us can play fast.
Everybody in the league seems to talk about smaller linebackers. I don't think you exactly qualify for that. Like, what's the advantage of being able to use your kind of physicality and strength in your role?
Well, I think with the type of defense we run, requires anybody that's going to be in the box to be able to play with their hands, shed blocks, because there's just so much movement, and you got to fill spaces quick. So, we got the right guys to do it, and we've been doing it at a high level, and we just got to continue to stay consistent with that because, as we know, as the season goes, we got a lot of big games that are going to be very important. They're going to mean a lot when it comes, deciding that playoff picture.
Blake, I think you talked about kind of halftime putting in some different stuff that maybe was not in the plan. How normal is that, and is that normal?
With Flo, yeah, I'd probably say it's pretty normal, but that just shows you how much trust he has in his guys, and we always talk about this defense as a group with a high football IQ, and I think we've continued to demonstrate that, and that's why we're able to do those things. And over the course of this season, those new plays that we've made the adjustments for have paid off huge in the games and has helped us close out to get victories.
What do you think it means to be able to perform like that so late in a game at this time of the year, too?
It's everything. Once you hit November, December, I feel like the season kind of starts going by quickly, but it always comes. You got to understand it's always going to come down to the fourth quarter. I don't know what the percentage is, but that's how it is in the NFL. So to be able to close out gritty football games, I always say pays dividends because that's what a playoff style game will be like.
Just when it comes to your blitzing, I think you're doing it more this year than you were last year. What goes into being successful at that?
I think for me and it's our group is understand what we're trying to do. We run a lot of sim pressures where we're bringing pressure from one side of the field but dropping guys that are on the line of scrimmage on the other side. So it really just listening to our coaches, listening to the D-line since that's their world, with the blocking schemes and understanding how to maybe attack specific players. Every player is great, but we also all have our weaknesses. So trying to take advantage of areas we can exploit, and that's all these different stunts that we practice every day in practice. And we've been able to hit those in games, but thing is we got to continue to mix it up to keep offenses honest and make us unpredictable.
On those blitzes, was that a sell job that they gave to you when you ultimately decided to sign here in March?
I wasn't really sure. I knew there were, with Flo's scheme that, a linebacker, you're going to be required to blitz a lot and pass rush, but, I wasn't totally sure how they would want to use guys, and as I got here, I quickly found out that, it doesn't matter where you line up on the field or what your position is, you got to be able to do it all, because Flo loves to have a variety of players doing a variety of different things.
Is that the key, Blake, that you guys can bring pressure from so many different positions, and when everybody's healthy, like the other day, it becomes very unpredictable, and a lot of guys end up with TFLs or sacks?
Yeah, we always talk about you never know who's going to get the op, just because we got so many different pressure looks and bringing different guys. You don't know if it's going to be a corner, safety, Metellus, which you can line up anywhere, linebacker. But I call it organized chaos. That's my favorite part about this defense is when you get lined up and the offense knows, there's a blitz coming, but they don't know what side of the field's coming, who's the player going to be, and you can just see, the stress in their eyes, and that's my favorite part, because when you can cause an offense to be frustrated and to maybe be hesitant on their play calling or their reads, it allows us to eat and make plays.
Can you do that?
Man, it's a blessing, I would say. Definitely trying to stack some more up there. Missing some, actually, I didn't get, but we're going to stack the whole locker up with some turnover balls this year. Yep.
When's the last time you had a game or a stretch of 3 straight games with a pick?
I would say it's been a couple years now. Think back, but I think I had 5. 5 probably is my highest one season. So definitely trying to beat that. My goal this year, the number I'm trying to hit is at least 10.
So that was in Arizona, though? You had
that was in
5
Arizona.
consecutive games?
Yes, sir. That was
okay, so was that 21? Was that the year you had your pick 6?
Yep, yes, sir. Yes, sir. 21. Yep.
Okay, but even in high school, did you ever run like this?
High school, there were some games where I did go crazy a little bit on the defensive side. I think my highest in high school is 4 in one game. Receiving-wise, I had 6 touchdowns in one game, but we're not going to talk about receiver days. But that was back in the days. Yeah, I did have 6 in high school.
How realistic is 10 this year?
It's realistic for sure. We're still halfway through the season, so we definitely got some time left. Like I just said, I just got to keep that foot on the pedal and just keep getting them every single week. That's the plan.
On the halfway point, what stands out as you evaluate this unofficial halfway point of the season through these 9? What stands out?
Really just, like I said, just getting to that halfway point of the season where it's we got this many games left. We're getting to that conversation as well, but just knowing how many games left and how many picks I want to get in each game, that's kind of the mindset I'm taking it as. But like I said, every week I'm trying to get at least 1.
Matt Daniels was saying that you put a lot of work into it, into the hands, into making sure that you actually bring it in.
Yes,
there was a few that you weren't able to draw. What does that entail? What goes into putting in that work to make sure that you're able to play?
The biggest thing is just catching the ball at the end of the day. And obviously, every day before practice, we do the jug machines. We work drills with hat every single day, even take away the ball, the strips, the punch outs, all those things. So even at practice, you're just working on those things. Naturally, they'll just come along in the game when those situations happen.
Just have you felt like this year there's more comfort for you in this defense? How have you grown with Flo from last year to this year?
Definitely feel way more comfortable. Scheme-wise, I would say. Obviously playing a different couple positions, but obviously he puts us in the best positions. But definitely getting more comfortable this year with overall scheme, I would say. And obviously just comfortable with myself. Just keep showing everybody what I can do and the player I am.
Sure.
Yes, oh my God! I seen that. I was just like, "Hey, I'll take it though. You can put it under my belt." Hey, I'll take all that. And I got some votes, so I was good. Yeah, but that was. I've been getting trolled by other Byron Murphy since he got in the league, so I'm just waking up to it, just loving it though. It's whatever though. Yeah, thank you.
It's been a good start, and I think this team, you hit the halfway mark and you kind of look back for a second, and I think this team is looking back and trying to find every way we can improve, and finish the season right. So, just still taking it one day at a time, but it's definitely flown by.
How much improvement needs to take place? 7-2 is pretty good.
It's good, but you can never be satisfied, and I feel like it's a lot of things in life. The minute you think you've got something totally figured out is the minute you're wrong. So we're just trying to take it. We've said the progress is a process, and that's kind of, our thing throughout the year, but more so than ever, is improving every day and trying to be the best team that we can be. So,
how do you evaluate your play through the 9 games?
I think it's the same, as what I just said. There's been good things, there's been bad things, and so trying to continue to improve on those bad things, and even improve on the good things too. So, I think it's been solid so far.
Last one for me. How much do you piggyback on what Kevin said post-game in the locker room about the belief in Sam and knowing, Sam will respond well from the game on Sunday?
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, it's the NFL, and things happen sometimes, and no, we've got the utmost trust in Sam going forward, and love playing for that guy. He's an awesome dude, awesome player, and we're going to be just fine.
How's he evolved as a leader as the year's gone on?
I feel like he's kind of stepped into that role from day one. And there's different forms of leadership, but Sam's a guy that everyone gets along with, and easy to be around, and he's vocal at the same time. So I think he's done a great job, and it makes it easy going out there and playing for him when you got a guy like that who's making all those decisions.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.